Jesse Ventura meets a Ground Zero rescue worker. Mike Malone says he witnessed a 9/11 cover-up, the recovery of the black box flight recorders from the attack jetliners. The 9/11 Commission report says the boxes were never found. Jesse and his team arrive at Mike Malone's home in upstate New York. Malone was a volunteer at Ground Zero. He did recovery and rescue work for 257 straight days. On one of those days, he says he witnessed something he wasn't supposed to see.
From the very day that 9/11 happened, you were there every day.
Right.
And you were there the day that you saw the black boxes at some point. Was it nighttime that happened?
Yes.
It was nighttime. So at how many days in? Would you have any idea?
I would say the end of September to the beginning of October, somewhere around there.
Literally
about 3 to 4 weeks.
3 to 4 weeks after the collapse, the particular night you're there working, and take us through what happened that night, the night of the black boxes.
Nick, who was the other ATV man, the FBI was loading all their telesponders and all their fancy equipment onto the back of his rig.
And these are the things that will locate the black box?
Yes.
These are the type of devices.
The locators.
The locators.
He was to escort these FBI agents into the area so they can look for the boxes. They had found one that I know of, that I actually physically saw. And when he was finished, he came back and told me that they had found 2 more.
You actually saw one?
I actually physically saw one.
And Nick told you that they found 2 more for a total of 3 of the 4?
Yes.
Okay.
And the FBI looked pretty happy about it. And that was the last I saw of it.
What was your response when the 9/11 Commission that they said that no black boxes were found? Because their official position is that there were no black boxes discovered at the trade centers, none of the 4.
And I started getting a lot of phone calls from a lot of different people.
Like? I
had a visit from an FBI agent that said I should discuss the matter, and I asked him why. And he says, well, it's just... it's something that we really shouldn't discuss right now. You really shouldn't talk about it.
You guys know what you saw.
Yeah, we know what we saw. We know what we did.
What are the black boxes going to tell us that we don't already know? The hijackers were in the cockpit, and the planes crashed into the buildings.
Alex, are you kidding me? They tell us everything. They will tell us what the hijackers were saying, who they said it to, were they receiving transmitted instructions from the ground, what language they were speaking in. Might even go as far as to tell us how these lousy pilots were able to fly commercial airlines into the World Trade Center like they were stunt planes.
Jesse responds to another call from Mike Malone. Malone had said he saw FBI men recover a black box from the ashes. Now he's promising more. People who've heard the black box recordings. They're willing to talk to the governor. Jesse Ventura meets up again with Mike Malone. The Ground Zero rescue worker has promised to lead the governor to people who've heard the missing 9/11 flight recordings. But the plans hit a snag.
Hey, Mike.
Hey, how are you?
How's it going, okay?
I'm hanging in there.
So what's happening? I hear we got problems.
Well, some of my friends from Boston just seem to have a little issue with what we're talking about.
They don't want to participate anymore? They don't want to talk?
Well, they're scared.
They're scared?
They're scared.
Mike, these friends of yours, they all work for the airlines, right?
They were supervisors for Flight 11.
Which is the flight that hit where?
That was the first plane that hit the tower, and they monitored the phone calls that were coming in from the actual flight.
They know things that are different from the official story.
Yes. None of them are with American Airlines anymore. One of them is running for her life because her house is bugged. They bugged her vehicle, her cell phone. She finds bugs wherever she goes. She finds people following her up until this day.
This is happening because they're trying to frighten this person
into
not talking about what they know.
Absolutely. Just like the FBI came to me and said, listen, I don't want you talking about any of this. Black boxes, nothing. Don't talk about it anymore, or you'll have a problem.
Another question is answered when Mike Malone has a change of heart. He allows the governor to go on the record with the shocking revelations about the 9/11 black box flight recorders.
Mike Malone told us a real mind blower. He said the airline people said the hijackers were in the cockpit of American Airlines while it was still on the runway, before it even took off.
What? Malone says that somebody on the ground knew hijacker was in the cockpit, and somebody else on the ground let that plane take off.